Hello everyone, it is Skyz here. Welcome back to yet another Fallout 76 video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how to maximize buffs from food for melee builds after the Atlantic City update. For those who've seen my last 76 video titled Melee Players Need to Watch This Video, I was making people aware of this change, but also I sort of went on a tangent about why I think this is dog shit. Because I thought it was nerfing melee builds, but now I have realized my mistake, and I'm here to rectify that. Because before this update, you needed you would need to farm 6 different foods to get just 160 plus melee damage, which isn't very optimal. I will say that it wasn't very optimal. But now with this new update, you have to farm 1 for 85 damage without carnivore, or 175 with carnivore. And I'm also here to just sort of rectify my mistake as well, because I'm only human. I did get a little bit pissy about this update, but we're going to jump right on in with the video. No more bullshit. The first major buff you want to go for is the tasty Yaguai roast, which isn't in itself a new food because it was already in the game. However, though, they've changed it and the recipe has changed quite a bit. I don't remember what it was before, but now it requires 4 boiled water, 4 pepper, 12 Yaguai meat, 8 mut fruit, and 6 wood, which 3 of those are really easy to get. The pepper and the Yaguai roast, not so much though. But I'll talk about how to get most of these components except for the boiled water in the wood scraps. Yaguai meat may seem like it's hard to get, but it's actually not. My favorite location at least is over here at the Felipe Battlefield Cemetery. Come here and run towards the back in the parking lot. You're going to find a Yaguai, and yes, you can leave the server and join back constantly over and over again to get the 12 meat required. This is also a really great place to get springs. If you guys end up doing this particular method, I would go ahead and make sure you guys have the card Butcher's Bounty on, because you have a chance to find double the meat in an animal, and a Yaguai is an animal, so you're going to want Butcher's Bounty on just to make sure that you get as much meat as humanly possible when you do this, to make it just a little bit more efficient. It's not guaranteed, but a chance is always better than nothing. Now for the pepper, my favorite location to find all of this pepper is at Helvetia, because you can find 6 here. So when you spawn into Helvetia, when you fast travel, you're going to spawn right behind the yellow house or the restaurant, or where you deliver the ratatouille eggs during the Fashnacht event. So the first one is going to be in the kitchen on a shelf. I also like to make sure I pick up all the spices and sugar and salt, because those are used in a lot of recipes. Right there on their shelf, you'll see the pepper. Come on inside into the dining area. You're going to find the pepper lying on a table. And then the next one is in the next room over. Make sure you pick up the salt as well. Right there on like a little cabinet looking thingy. Also, don't forget the sugar as well. And the spice, because for food you're going to need those a lot. And then right there also in the same sort of cabinet type-esque area. Next one's in the butcher's house. You're just going to have to come here into the kitchen, the far back corner, you're going to find it. And then lastly, over by the honey house, it's going to be sitting on a window. And there you go, there's all 6. If you want to refresh all these locations, you're going to have to pick up 200 items and reset all of the locations, all the global locations for everything. So make sure you do that if you want to keep farming these. And that's about it for the pepper. It's not too difficult. The mech's main component is mute fruit, which you can find here at this location in Flatwoods. It'll be behind the Red Rocket. It's like a community garden place for the responders. But here you can find wild mute fruit, which will give you, well, mute fruit. Now you can place these. I would also recommend you go ahead and put on the perk Green Thumb to make sure you can always get 2 out of your harvest rather than 1. Now, Tasty Yaguai Roast is the best for raw melee damage. However, though, you can stack that on top with a strength bonus. And for that, my personal favorite choice is Deathclaw Wellington, or Deathclaw Steak Wellington. It's something like that. But it's the best because it gives you 3 without carnivore and 6 with. That's an extra 30 damage on top of what you're already getting with the Tasty Yaguai Roast. It's actually a lot easier to get than the Yaguai Roast. So to craft Deathclaw Wellington, you're going to need 2 boiling water, 2 Deathclaw eggs, 2 Deathclaw meat, 2 pepper, and a single piece of wood. I'm going to show you really quickly my personal favorite location to get Deathclaw meat because you can constantly server hop for it and it doesn't take that much time at all to respawn the Deathclaw. Now, my favorite place to get Deathclaw meat is right here at Hopewell Cave here in the Savage Divide. When you spawn in, there's going to be some creatures on the outside, whether it's going to be ants, rad rats, mole rats, what have you. They will be out there. Just kill them, grab their meat if you want, doesn't really matter. I've seen the word meat a lot in this video, I'm sorry. But go inside, there's going to be a Deathclaw either coming out of the ground or coming from the sky up top. From there, you just want to go up there and start whacking the living shit out of it until you kill it. And hopefully you, with Butcher's Bounty, you get 2 instead of 1. And yes, like the other, yes, with the Yaguai meat, you can server hop, and this usually works about 80% of the time. I've seen a couple times where it hasn't spawned for whatever reason, like there, it spawned out of the sky. But yeah, so this is the best place to get Deathclaw meat, in my opinion. As for the Deathclaw eggs, come here to the abandoned waste dump. Once you're here, head on inside, and you are going to actually find 2 Deathclaws inside. This is also another great place to get Deathclaw meat as well. But this is particularly my favorite location to get eggs because the amount of nests that are here. So every single Deathclaw nest has a chance to spawn a Deathclaw egg inside or on the outskirts on top of the nest. And there's 4 nests in here that you can find. In this run, I found just a few, but every now and then you will get a run where you find every single one has a Deathclaw egg, and that can be used to, create the Wellington. The only issue with the eggs and farming those is that the Butcher's Bounty perk does not stack the number of eggs you get. It only stacks in the number of Deathclaw meat you get, which kind of sucks, but would be kind of justified, because if you can get 2 eggs out of Deathclaw, that'd be kind of overpowered, especially since Deathclaw Wellington is one of the stronger foods for strength. Alright, so now we have acquired the 2 pieces of food that we need. I'll do this part live. So, I'm just going to show the max amount of buffs you can get strictly from food and nothing else. So, I'm actually just going to go ahead and make this a little bit easier. Going to go ahead and make one of the weakest weapons in the entire game. That would be a level 1 combat knife with a nice 28. And that is without any gorilla, or Jesus Christ, gladiator perks on. This is my brawler build here. So, we currently have this combat knife. It does 24 damage. I'm actually going to go ahead and make sure I don't have any adrenaline or adrenal reaction. Okay, so so it's 21 damage. It's not terrible, it's not great either. So we have here the Deathclaw Wellington that we created with 6 strength. This will give me an extra 30 damage in theory. We went up 3. Okay, and now we go ahead and do our plus 85 from the Tasty Yaguai Roast, although for me it would be 170 because carnivore is kind of required if you want to get the most out of your food. And boom, we're up to 39 damage. It may not seem like a lot, but from a good old 21 from before, 39, that is a 18 point increase, which is not bad. And now, even if we throw in alcohol here, which I have Party Boy, which I'm going to count this as well. I'm not going to show how to get a shit ton of whiskey in the video, this one at least, but I'm planning to make a full alcohol guide. So stay tuned for that. But we know we have a nice bottle here of Usk Betha Irish whiskey, triple distilled. And now we are up to 14-1 damage, and that is the most amount of damage you can get now after the update. So not too bad. Also forgot to mention I have +1 from fully fed. This comes from this lovely perk, Rejuvenated. If you're gonna hear chirps, sorry about that. But that is that. That is the max amount of food you can now use on a build. This doesn't count for bobbleheads, magazines, or chems. Like if I was to throw on Fury, which in my opinion is the best of the melee chems, even with the sir, I don't have one on me, but it's like it's the one survival chem from the legendary thingamabobber, but plus 30 damage, up to 44. So not too bad. If you saw earlier, I was doing 209 damage with my Deathclaw Gauntlet, or I think it was 309, but now I'm up to 424 base damage. So not too bad, not too bad. And that is the max amount of buffs you can get from food. And that brings us to the end of the video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. I hope that I made how to maximize the buffs for melee damage with just food after the Atlantic City update pretty damn clear. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching once again. Comment, like, subscribe, follow my Instagram, and comment down below your favorite dog breed, and I will talk to you all later. Peace.